What's going on, Jerome's? We are back here on FanSpeak as we try to fix the stupid Vikings, both using their Ultimate GM product as well as their fantastic draft product. So let's do that today, walk through, and we'll probably do this like 95,000 times because this is easy. This is fun content. You know what it is. All right, so right now, per over the cap, I believe they use, the Vikings are currently $13.7 million over the cap in the hole, even though the official salary cap hasn't been set yet. But 3 days after the new league year, some money has been guaranteed. So that's where the Vikings are currently at. So now, because hashtag cap is a myth, there are a number of ways that the Vikings can go about freeing up some cap space. So first one would be restructures. And with restructures, like we've talked about, where the player, a lot of the times the restructures are written into the contract, and what it is just simply a shifting around money, where you take some base salary, you convert it into a bonus, you can prorate that cap hit that formerly was the base salary over the X number of years remaining in a contract. So the player gets the same amount of money. It just changes the timetable when they get it. Usually it is getting that, actually not usually, always it's getting that money up front. So the players are usually like, okay, well, yeah, we'll take that. All right, so we're going to restructure Stephon Diggs, his 5-year, $72 million deal. Restructure Danielle Hunter. Restructure Adam Thielen. Restructure Anthony Barr. And also we're going to restructure Josh Klein just for schniz. Now, what we're going to do here. So Everson Griffin technically is out of contract since he was able to opt out of his deal, since he hit a couple of statistical plateaus. So technically we're going to cut him, but also we're going to try and bring him back in free agency. We're going to cut Riley Reif. We're going to cut Linval Joseph and also try and bring him back in free agency. We're going to cut Xavier Rhodes. And that is about it. We're going to cut Pat Elflein just because we can. And it's funny to me. Also Ben Gideon, because it's funny to me. And that is also, I'm going to cut Chad Beebe because that's funny to me. All right, so that is about it. Also, we're going to cut Austin Cutting because, I mean, it's his name. No, just kidding. All right, so through all those moves, the Vikings have now freed up $51 million in cap space, which is actually more than that because they're 13 in the hole. But that's a nice chunk of change to play around with. And yes, of course, they have to decide what they're going to do with like Trey Waynes, Mackenzie Alexander, Steve Weatherly, Anthony Harris, of course. So let's move on to that stage of free agency. Matt Ryan restructured. Oh, any big names cut? Oh, Cordy Glenn was cut. Take that. Oh, Joe Flacco was cut. He's elite. Yeah, whatever. Moving on. I really love the simulator because it does have a relatively realistic feel for what is going to be going on with some of these roster moves, etc. So currently, I also love that Michael Floyd is still listed as a Vikings free agent, so maybe not so much. I'm going to re-sign Treadwell. So here's what you do as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm going to offer him essentially the league minimum for a year, and we'll guarantee 20% of it. And he accepted it. So there you go. So, all right, so do that. David Morgan, I believe his contract is tolling anyway, but you know we'll, for all intents and purposes, we'll just lowball him. Lowball. There we go. Offer accepted. Who else here? So Rashad Hill. I like him as a swing backup tackle. I don't mind him. So bringing him back on a pretty cheap deal would be perfectly fine in my book. Say 2 years, we'll guarantee 25% of it. Offer rejected. All right, so you can go screw yourself. Brad Jones, who I actually do believe that they sold him a bag of goods this year, and also he was cut, so his contract wasn't even guaranteed throughout the regular season, even though he stayed on roster. Eventually ended up on IR. Like him as a veteran interior backup offensive lineman. Also should get the time of day if things aren't going really well. So Steve Weatherly. This one's going to be tough because I think Weatherly could potentially get starter money out here. So let's just explore. All right, so 4 years, and we'll guarantee 40% of it, $6 million a year. Offer rejected, and rightfully so. All right, so I think Curse, given his social media rantings, I think the impression has been put on him that the Vikings probably won't bring him back. But also let's focus on Anthony Harris right away. So Anthony Harris is going to get big money. Let's be honest here. All right, so $12 million. Actually, let's see if he'll go for $9 million, just completely lowball him at first, but we'll guarantee 60% of the deal over 4 years. He accepted the deal. We'll take that. I think he is going to hit into 8 figures, though. I think he's going to get at least $10 million a year, or they're going to have to franchise tag him. All right, so Dan Bailey, I think he's earned a year. Bring him along. Guarantee 6%. Offer accepted. There you go. All right, so now, so Stephen Wedley sort of rebuffed our overtures. Let's see if Everson will come along. $6 million a year for 2 years. We'll guarantee half of it. And hey, Everson Griffin back in the fold. Linval Joseph, will he take a pretty substantial pay cut? $4 million a year, 2 years, 50% guaranteed. There you go. So the Vikings still have $33 million in cap space. There's plenty to play around with in free agency. Also, I want Mac Alexander back now. The going rate for slot cornerbacks, I mean, it's a lot lower than boundary cornerbacks, but we'll see if we can get this one through. So $6 million a year, 4 years, 50% guaranteed. Offer rejected, as well it should be. All right, so let's go 7 for 3 years, and we'll guarantee 65% of it. Offer accepted. There we go. So Mac is there in the slot. Now, if the Vikings don't re-sign Trey Waynes and they cut Xavier, as we did in the simulation, maybe either you're going to be starting Holton Hill and Mike Hughes, or you're going to be going into the draft and free agency, which I'm actually kind of okay with. So right now, yeah, I'm pretty okay with what we got going on. So we're going to head into free agency. So we're down to left tackle. Also, we're down to left guard, which notably. Also, cornerback should be up here as well. I think 3 tech is going to be a need. See who Tom Brady made free agency. Could we go back and cut Cousins? That'd be funny to me. All right, so offensive line. Jack Conklin is there. Let's see who else here. There isn't. Oh, Jason Peters. Bring him back on a 1-year deal. I'm surprised that the Eagles cut him, but if the Vikings truly are all in on a 1-year deal for 2020, I mean, I would certainly be okay with that. See, Cordy Glenn is out there, so there's not really many that you could sign and plug and play as your day one left tackle. I think Conklin can play left tackle at the NFL level. Of course, they moved him to right tackle after they brought in Taylor Lewan, who's just a superior player. But remember, he was an All-Pro as a rookie, I believe, back in the day. Let's see what we got for guards. So Andres Pete from the Saints is there. Austin Blythe, who really tore things up with the Rams. Did he get re-signed? I think he might have. So maybe that's nothing to do. Actually, let's look it up. Austin Blythe. Spot rack. Yeah, he signed a 4. Let's see here. No, he's going to be hitting free agency. All right, so we can make a play for Austin Blythe. So right now, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. $7 million a year, 4 years. We'll guarantee 65% of that. Okay, let's see who we got for cornerbacks. Trey Wayne's out there. Oh, Byron Jones out there. James Bradbury. Of course, Jimmy Smith. Has had some issues. P.J. Williams of, Minneapolis Miracle fame. Kendall Fuller's out there. Logan Ryan. All right, there are some really decent cornerback names out there. Jimmy Ward, Jason Verrett. Although Jason Verrett is extremely talented, except you just worry about the health. I like Bobby Calhoun, not just because he's a Gopher, but I think he did great things with the Browns there for a number of years. All right, so $4 million, 3 years. We'll guarantee 60% of that. We'll make that offer. Then we're gonna go back. Do we have a semi-interesting backup quarterback here? Should I sign Blake Bortles just because it's funny to me? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. All right, so $2 million, 1 year, and 50%. There you go. And then I guess we're gonna make a play at Jason Peters just for a 1 year. Where'd Peters go? There he is. Or do we go after Matt Khalil? All right, so Jason Peters, $8 million. 1 year, we'll guarantee the whole damn thing. All right, so let's see where this gets us. Done submitting offers. Bortles said no. Jason Peters accepted. Blythe said no. Bobby Calhoun said yes. All right, so I don't really care about Bortles. It's whatever. But I will keep going after Blythe here. All right, so we offered him 7 last time. We'll offer him 9 now because I think Blythe, if he does hit free agency, is going to command one of the larger contracts. So 4 years, 70% will guarantee. Decline the offer. Okay. We'll make one last shot. I will offer him $10 million a year because it's just that important of a position. I mean, left guard was just such a hole on the Vikings offensive line this year. All right, so 4 years, we'll guarantee 75%. We're going all in, Austin Blythe. We're going all in. All right, there we go. Got our guy. So left to right, the Vikings offensive line right now is Jason Peters for 1 year. Also, you should still be drafting a developmental left tackle. So Jason Peters, Austin Blythe, Garrett Bradbury, Josh Klein, as well as Brian O'Neill. That's a pretty damn good offensive line. And also, you have Drew Samia year 2. You have we got Brett Jones back, Dakota Dozier, who's a Dennison guy, as well as Oli Udoh, the 6th-round pick out of Elon from last year, who didn't really give the time of day. So $10 million in cap space. See what else here. All right, so let's see. Marcus Mariota wants to come along. So we'll pay you $4 million to be a backup, and we'll guarantee 75% of it for 1 year. What do you say? Decline the offer. All right, Mariota's going to the Patriots. Oh, Mariota is taking over Tom Brady. Should we just make a cursory offer to Taylor Heineke, bring him back now? All right, so we're done in free agency, heading into the draft. We're gonna draft for 7 rounds. Boppies. All right. See here. Which big board do we like to use? All right, who's the most updated? 2.4, 2.6. All right. 2.11. All right. We'll go with the CBS composite. Generally, I like using Matt Miller's. I respect the work that he does. I think he does a great job. We'll go random. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll go difficult. No, classic. All right. This is just for schnitz and giggles. Let's be honest here. All right, so let's draft. Let's do that up. Here we go. All right, so we could propose a trade. So the Vikings have an extra 4th-round pick through compensation. Also, they don't have a 5th-rounder because of Kari Vedvik, and they have a couple of compensatory 7th-rounders as well. So start the round. Do that up. Joe Burrow goes first. Chase Young 2, as expected. Andrew Thomas, Tristan Wirfs, Herbert is the 2nd quarterback off the board. Ooh. Tua ends up going to Jacksonville at 9. That's very intriguing. Jeff Okudah lasts until 18? Damn, son. Bryce Hall is gone. That kind of sucks. All right, so now offered a gang of picks to move up. Let's see who's available on the board. Jedrick Wills from Alabama. Very intriguing tackle prospect. Although currently, you're going to draft him, have him sit behind Jason Peters. I mean, I guess the Eagles did that last year with the Washington State guy. Name escapes me, but I really like him as a left tackle. Would have loved him on the Vikings. Even though I can't remember his name. Jordan Love is still there chilling. Jacob Eason. See, Jalen Hurts is still on the board. Yeah, because I don't really regard Hurts that high. I'm intrigued by Cole McDonald. Let's see what else here. All right, so D-line. Les Blacklock is there. Davis. It's intriguing. Cornerback-wise, Arnett, the other Ohio State cornerback, is there. Dantzler's intriguing. Glanley. I think I'm going to stay put. I'm going to decline the trades, and I'm going to draft a cornerback. I'm going to trade Gladney from TCU. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Who Wants to Be a Minnesota Viking. So with the offensive line really sutured up, in free agency, the Vikings do have the ability to spend some draft capital in the first round somewhere else. They could have even taken a quarterback. Like, honestly, if Jordan Love or Fromm had been the top of the board for the Vikings, I think that I wouldn't have been mad if they would have taken them at that spot, even though they let Waynes and Rhodes go. They did resign Mac Alexander in this spot. So if they would have gone quarterback, I wouldn't have been mad at all. But also, you do want that developmental tackle prospect to sit behind Jason Peters because, 1 year deal. We'll see what happens there. So 2nd round, I'm really rooting that Jalen Hurts is going to fall, and I believe he will. So 2 trade offers, declining trades. Now, this is something that is not out of the Rick Spielman playbook. They haven't selected a quarterback not in the first round. They haven't selected a quarterback outside the first round since John David Booty, 5th-round pick in 2008. But I think this is too much value. I'm really warming up to Jalen Hurts. The more the more research I do on him, the more film watching I do on him as well. Where Alabama, I think that he was strictly a college quarterback, but Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley effect, I think his passing game really came along, as well as you love the mobility, you love the rushing dimension added as well. So we're going Jalen Hurts round 2. Let's get it on. And now it's a bit of a scramble because you have a third rounder and 2 fourth round picks. So I think the Vikings need to be focusing in on offensive line as well as defensive line, notably 3-tech prospects as well. All right, so also, what'd you say? Oh, Beans ads. Is he gonna? Nah, he ain't gonna be there. He is a very intriguing interior offensive line prospect. The center from Wisconsin. I can't pronounce the last name. Whatever. He's there chilling. We could have moved up, I guess, but not meant to be. Or more in the tackle business. So let's see what we got here. So we got the Kansas kid, Charlie Hexen, Matt Pert is there. I think we could probably get him in the 4th round. So I think we're gonna just shelve him and be our developmental tackle pick at that point. Defensive line. Ooh, Lawrence is there. Hamilton. All right, so we're going to go with Lawrence. Go with Lawrence in the 3rd round. So now the Vikings have checked a lot of boxes because I do think you want to come out of this draft with a quarterback prospect for the future. Both the hedge against Kirk Cousins, the Vikings potentially now want him back, or Kirk Cousins wanting to go somewhere else in free agency. Because don't think that the Niners won't be knocking next offseason. Like if Jimmy Garoppolo proves that he's not the guy, and I don't think he will, Kyle Shanahan be like, give it to my baby. Give me that sweet, that nasty, that gushy Kirk Cousins. All right, declining trades. We're done trading. Actually, we didn't even trade at all. So 2 4th-round picks. We're looking at Pert, of course, as well as who else we got here? Oh, KJ Hill is intriguing. Prosh, SMU. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Thaddeus Moss, I believe, already went. I think he's probably going to be a late day 2, early day 3 pick. All right, so we're on the board. Not going to mess around. We're going to take Pert. All right, so do we double back on cornerback? All right, Hill's intriguing. I like Bryant. All right, or do we go KJ Hill? So we got for edge. Nothing really intriguing there. Double down offensive line. Nah. All right, so we're going to go Hill. And, well, this is an important pick because don't have a 5th-round pick. And then hopping into the 6th and 7th round. Probably could get Lavert Hill in the 6th. So we're going to gamble there. Take KJ Hill, and then we're going to gamble that Lavert Hill is going to be there in the 6th round. Is that 186? Yeah, again, this is one of the flaws in the simulator, which you can't really get out of. But you can sort of look and see who potentially could be there, who's on the big board, etc. So we're going to be targeting Lavert Hill, the cornerback out of Michigan. Will he make it, though? All right, so currently the big board is Chihuahua. I don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to do. So do we trade up? Do we just make a play? Do we trade? I think we might have to. I mean, well, our guys are already gone anyway. So, whatever. It is what it is. Didn't even get out of the 5th round. It's kind of a bad beat. Oh, well. All right, on to the 6th, and then into the 7th. Of course, Rick loves his picks. So we got 4 7th-rounders. No big deal. It happens. Because who did we get the 7th-rounder from? Who's at 5 overall? The Dolphins? Oh, yeah, the 7th-round pick was in the offensive lineman. Danny Isadora trade. Yeah, it's all about the U, baby. All right, so let's see here. Big board. Bandy's there. The cornerback from the aforementioned U. Yeah, we're going to take him. All right, double down on cornerback. Feeling pretty good there. Also, do you want to double? I mean, Cole McDonald was there. That's my bad. All right. And then, grabbing a late round edge prospect seems to be one of Spielman's hallmarks as of late. Also could use some freshening at linebacker since I cut loose. Carter Coughlin's there. Screw it. We're going with the local ankle. Screw it. Screw it all to hell. All right, so Carter Coughlin is a Minnesota Fighting Viking. He's going to be a linebacker. I don't know much about these remaining edge rushers, but we'll just grab one just for schnitz. Safety, okay. All right. So we'll grab the North Texas guy. And then what else here? To grab an extra offensive line. I feel like what you should do in these late rounds when you're taking flyers on offensive linemen, just definitely go tackle, because the worst comes to worst, they can play guard. Or you think that they can just kick him inside. Cameron Clark, welcome to the Vikings. And then see who else is available here. Nah, we'll just take another cornerback just in case. And just rolling the dice. Let's take that top FSU guy. There you go. All right, so that is Vikings free agency and the draft. Let's walk through our gains, bro. All right, so freed up a ton of cap space, ended up with $10 million left over. Cut Everson Griffin, which he already been opted out, but we were able to re-sign him. Cut Riley Reef, cut Linval Joseph, brought him back. Cut Xavier, cut Elfline just because we could, because it's funny, and restructured a bunch of contracts, and then signed, brought Treadwell back. I mean, to be honest, Treadwell, as a wide receiver 4, he was decent. Damn decent. Brought back David Morgan. His contract hold, re-signed Brett Jones, gave Anthony Harris a big deal, and was able to retain Everson as well as Linval. Brought Mac Alexander on a decent deal. Jason Peters, one time to replace Riley Reef on a one-year deal. Breen Body Calhoun coming in, mixing it up in the cornerback room, as well as, we signed Andres Pete. Crap. Well, okay. Apparently we misclicked because we thought we were signing Austin Blythe, but apparently we got Andres Pete, who is not as good as Austin Blythe, but again, whatever. So the Vikings offensive line, pretty damn sutured up. Went cornerback first round, Gladney out of TCU. Really enjoy his game. Jalen Hurts, I think, could be the quarterback project of the future. Very intriguing, both with his arm talent as well as his rushing ability. And then also we went Lawrence from LSU, national champions. What is up, baby? Matt Pert, who's a very intriguing tackle prospect who could sit behind Jason Peters, do his thing. Let's see what happens there. KJ Hill, playmaking wide receiver from the Ohio State University. Toss him in with the mix. Have him compete with Olabisi Johnson for wide receiver 3. And then later round, brought in a couple more cornerbacks. Brought in Carter Coughlin, special teamer, linebacker de jour, as well as there. So again, we're going to do this like 17,000 times. Pretty okay with this run through, although I misclicked on Andres Pete versus Austin Blythe. But again, what can you do? But if you guys let us know your thoughts, what would you have done differently besides misclicking? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, below some of the Venmo. Plus, give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.